Over the past week, I've gotten DMs and phone calls asking me about whether the R3 is better than the Ninja 400. Certain people have been looking for beginner bikes within a certain budget, and this video will answer all those questions. So in this video, we have 6 models that I want to talk about. I want to talk about the Kawasaki Ninja 400. I want to talk about the Yamaha R3, the Honda CBR 500R, the Aprilia RS457, the KTM RC390, and the CFMOTO 450 SR. Now, what makes these bikes decent? It's that they all share a common power band. All of them share between 44 to 49 horsepower and similar torque levels. Now, if you compare them to the Taro models in Kenya, they just don't hit the sweet spot in terms of ownership, maintenance, and the resaleability. But if you're looking for a more premium model, a pro premium unit, this video is for you. So let's dive into this video review. Now, what is a beginner sport bike? Obviously, it needs to capture the sport bike look. It needs to look aggressive like the Ninja 400s and the R3s. It also needs to be forgiving and also have manageable power and manageable handling. That means it needs smooth power delivery throughout the rev range. It needs to be lightweight so that you can handle it easily. It also needs to be affordable, meaning maintenance costs and also just running costs on the road. The most important thing that these bikes need to be, they just need to offer the rider confidence while using it. So all these things encompass a beginner bike. If you have the mindset of a mature rider, knowing that you have the tolerance level of remaining within the lower power bands, you can even start on a 1000cc. But this video is generally meant for those people who are looking for a medium, or let's say a generalist standard beginner bike. Let's start with the most expensive model, the Aprilia RS457. Now, before we talk about this bike, first things first, these models that I'm going to show you, for example, this Aprilia RS47 is costing 1.1 million Kenya shillings. But these prices are not standard. So next time after this one sells, the next one that I'll bring, it can be either higher or lower depending on the purchase cost. For example, simu za demu zote zinaingianga Kenya zinauzwa bei the same. Others are sold at 1.3, others are sold at 1 million Kenya shillings. Everything depends on the purchase cost. So if you are looking for an older model or a new model, the prices obviously will be different. But this is the great deal for the week, which is the Aprilia RS47 costing 1.1 million, and it is a 2024 model with 400 kilometers. Now, the RS47, this is one of the bikes that are generally not common in Kenya. Why? Repair costs. Generally, Aprilia has a higher maintenance cost among the beginner models. But what makes this bike attractive? It is the safety tech in it. This is the one of the only beginner bikes, actually there are 2 only, with traction control, ride-by-wire, ABS. It also has riding modes, meaning that you can either switch to sport, road, or rain. Meaning that if you are a beginner and you are not confident enough in yourself to just engage the sport mode, you can just use rain mode for the first few thousand kilometers, and then once you engage sport mode, it will be like unleashing a new power band on your bike. So the other model we'll be talking about is the Kawasaki Ninja 400, which we have in several colors. We have the KRT version and the other colors. You can either get them in black, red, white. It doesn't matter. You can get the Ninja 400s in a lot of options. But what do they share? Now, the safety tech in the Ninja 400s are similar in the Yamaha R3. You can either get the ABS version, and just like that. And you can also get them with the slipper clutch, meaning that if you have not engaged the clutch properly, the bike is intelligent in itself such that it will pre-engage the clutch for you, meaning that you won't be caught off guard and just go into a false neutral. So this is one of the cool features. Now, all these models that I've stated, the Ninja 400s, generally have a standard price. You can either get an older model costing you from 700,000 Kenya shillings up to an upwards of 830,000 Kenya shillings. If you're interested in either of these models, whether the red, the KRT, the white, or the black editions, you can just DM me, and all these options are available for importation. The other model we'll be talking about is the Yamaha R3. The Yamaha R3 is a very interesting model. We have the Yamaha Kenya right here in Nairobi, whereby they offer their own models. You can get deals on these units. Now, the brand new models, you can get them from 1 million Kenya shillings from Yamaha Kenya. But if you import through us, you can get a slightly older model from 2021 to 2024, costing you upwards of 900 to 800 Kenya shillings. Some cases we get them at a lower price, meaning that you can find yourself a deal up to 750,000 Kenya shillings, but everything depends on the buying price. Now, the safety tech on this bike generally are similar to the Kawasaki Ninja 400, whereby they only come with ABS and the anti-slip clutch. They work the same, they are just the same bikes, power delivery almost similar. Now, the other bike I want to talk about is the KTM RC390. Now, this bike will cost you anywhere between 700 to 830,000 Kenya shillings, depending on the year. Now that you are stepping into 2026, you can only import from 2019 going upwards, so bear that in mind. If you're looking for a new model, it will obviously cost you a lot more. But if you're looking for a 2019 to 2021 model, the price range can be friendly for you. Now, this is the only single cylinder bike in this category, meaning that it is torquey. Now, the KTM 390 Duke, the KTM 390 Adventure, like the one that I'm bringing currently in Kenya, all of them are known to be masters of torque. They are wheelie friendly and generally known for the hooliganism, mostly in India. But if you're getting them in Kenya, they also have capable power delivery, similar to the Yamaha R3 and also the Ninja 400. But the KTM RC390 is very aggressive due to that single cylinder nature. The KTM RC390 has 3 safety features. It has ABS, traction control, and also it offers the slipper clutch. Now, the common thing that you'll notice among these categories is that the ABS and the slipper clutch are common in all these models. The traction control only appears in certain models, not all of them. And the other model that will appear in is the CFMOTO 450 SR. Now, this particular model is generally warming up to Kenyans at the moment. It is not yet a common brand, similar to the Aprilia RS457 in terms of maintenance. Since parts are not readily available in the market, it can be a bit costly to maintain it by yourself. But if you are looking into getting one, they are very affordable. You can get them from 600 up to 830,000 Kenya shillings. Now, bear in mind, this bike is a 2-cylinder. It offers a lot of tech. This is actually one of the most tech-oriented bikes in these categories. It comes with Brembo brakes for a 400cc model, and it is just beautiful to look at with that TFT display. Now, I believe in the later models they have introduced the pairing system for your phone to the bike, such that you can have Google Maps on your bike. So it just eliminates a lot of headaches, since the phone mounts on bikes generally over time degrade your phone if they are not a very good quality, since the vibrations regularly on your phone will just come to distort and just mess up the phone stabilization features. The other bike that we will be talking about is the Honda CBR 500R. Now, this is a Japanese bike. The safety features on this bike are generally the ABS and the slipper clutch. In terms of reliability, it is very reliable. It is a Honda, but in terms of power, for a big cylinder bike, it's actually one of the biggest cylinders in this car. Actually, it's the biggest cylinder. It is a 471cc bike, but power output being similar to the Ninja 400 and the R3, I don't think it offers the best value for money. And it is also quite costly, generally from 1.1 million Kenya shillings up to 900,000 Kenya shillings. So the best value for money, I believe, in this category would be the Yamaha R3, the Ninja 400, the CFMOTO 450 SR, and the KTM RC390. But if you are looking for just a reliable bike that will never die, the Honda has your back. If you are looking for a unique bike that is just one of one, generally, there are others in Kenya, but not that common. You can get the Aprilia RS457. If you're looking for an all-rounder bike, you can get either the R3 or the Ninja 400. Great for commuting. If you're looking for an aggressive bike, get the KTM RC390. So, DM me. Ask any questions. Which bike are you interested in? Are you interested in the Ninja 400s, R3s? If you're interested in one and don't know where to get one, you can just DM, reach out at the number in the description, and I'll be able to assist you. Thank you, and see you on the next episode.